Yo, 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 yo. What is up? What is up, everybody? How are we doing? How are we doing today? Gonna make sure we're live on everything real quick. All right, live on that. Let me check the others. All right. Looks like we're live there as well. Yeah. Perfect. All right, y'all. So it's another beautiful day of building this out with y'all and with y'all being along for the ride. Um, you know, we have dialed in the platform a lot, and I want to show you guys a lot of that today. Also, excuse me, my allergies are insane because it's finally spring, so pollen's going crazy. But I want to kind of jump in here and show you guys what we're working on, show you guys the platform, the state of where we're at, show you how you guys can use the platform. If you guys are new or don't know who we are Clipit, your AI-powered content engine where you will be able to take long-form content, cut it up into short-form clips that are captioned, production ready. You can post them. We kind of have a roadmap that we're following on and a build list that we're going to be following on as well. That, we're going to start hitting certain things. We just integrated Remotion. If you don't know what Remotion is, it's an industry standard tool, essentially that gives you high quality captions and graphic designs. So we'll be working on getting all that stuff integrated as well. And then moving on into getting publishing done, right? So that you guys will be able to add in your social media accounts and publish directly to our site. If you guys are on the X, do something for me real quick. Do a little repost to get some more eyes in here. Just try and get as many people in here as we can to show them kind of the new Remotion style and how our site is evolving, right? So just kind of working down this list of things to do and things to build, and very, very, very excited because we're in a good spot. And if you guys had any issues in the past or anything like that, especially with this new lift that we just put in to the platform, please reach out because I want to help you guys, or I want to accommodate you guys if you guys were using the site during that time, either lost credits or something happened. But if you were using the site within that period and you had some troubles, your clips are still going to be there. So you can go back and get those clips out of the platform still. So it's not like they were just gone. I know there's some trouble around a lot of that, but it's all fixed now and we're kind of dialed in and shipping away now. So I'm going to shut up and we're going to jump straight into the platform. Also, I'm really, dang, sorry. I'm really enjoying a lot of this live streaming stuff with you guys. And I have some other stuff. Essentially, we can talk through some stuff, right? So I also set up Paperclip and I set up my Hermes agent with Obsidian, thanks to Nick, walking me through a lot of that. But I now have a Hermes agent and I haven't given it full access to it's not fully autonomous. Nick is a madman and he has a Mac that he literally is like, this is only for Hermes. So it's like a fully autonomous computer. He asked if I wanted that. I said no because I use this for a lot of other stuff. And I just don't trust it yet. Maybe when I get more comfortable with the platform. But with that being said, I'm going to shut up and we're going to jump into this. I grabbed a couple of sources and videos that I thought were interesting. And then we can kind of talk through them now. Yeah, by the way, I feel like Iron Man. But let me go here. This is a big topic that kind of went through with Claude. Kind of, I guess they did ban the subscriptions, but that was a big thing with the OpenClaw stuff. So watch Alex Finn's video here. So we're just gonna grab the link from Twitter and we'll get that directly into our platform. You guys can see these captions. This is what Remotion is now allowing us to do. And you can see here, schedule publishing coming soon, y'all. And we have a whole new kind of UI and front end we're going to throw on top of this as well down the line. All right, let's get some clips going. All right, so aspect ratios are now fixed. So there were some issues. I had some users say, hey, if I want them at 9:16, I can't get out of it. That has been adjusted. So we're going to go viral moments. I'm going to do 16:9 for this case because I think this is going to be good on Twitter. Another thing I want to try and do is spin up like a separate Instagram or TikTok or something where we can just post a whole bunch of clips. That can be community clips. It could be clips from the podcast. It could be all sorts of things. So it's probably something we're going to work on here in a little bit to just dial it all in. If you guys are new to the platform and you're just tuning in, please know that this site is in a free beta, right? So we're in a free beta. And hold up. Let me make sure we're actually live on Pump because I'm not seeing it. Let me check. It looks like it just went away. Oh no, we're here. It's not showing up on the page though. Where is it? Am I just tripping? Am I tripping? Let me hang on. I'm going to verify real quick. All right. I'm going to have Nick check because I saw it. No, I don't. So I wonder if something happened. Very interesting. Show all. Oh, yeah. There we are. Okay, I see it now. Weird. Yeah. No, we're good. All right. I'm tripping, y'all. My bad. All right. So if you're new to the platform and you don't know what we're doing, we are giving everybody the ability to make clips out of whatever content they want, their own content, their favorite creator, your brand. And this tool is going to make it insanely easy. Just got the confirmation from Nick. We're good. It was tripping and it didn't show up for a second. I was severely confused. All right. So let's do 60:9. Let's do 60 seconds. They're going to be on X. So I think there's a longer attention span on X, honestly. So nothing but people asked about kind of see what stuff is going to cost. So I kind of added receipts, I guess you could call them, for that. Yeah. But let's the other thing I want to do is kind of show you guys a lot of this. I found there's some new stuff that I was like, might as well just talk about while stuff is loading, right? So you guys aren't just watching me load, but it's working. You guys can see Clippy is working here. This is crazy. Turbo quant and memory compression breakthrough for large AI models. This is crazy. It's fun. I see a lot of this stuff, and then I go to Nick, and I'm like, first of all, this is really bright, and it's washed me out. But besides the point, I go to Nick. I'm like, dude, what does this mean? And then he breaks it down to me in simple terms. So it's pretty funny. But he broke this down to me like you can think of it as like Legos. They were once like spread across the floor, and the AI had to try and search for the red Lego. But now it's kind of like in a tower, and it's like in a grid where you're like, oh, C12 is the red brick. That's the memory, right? So that's pretty cool. Turbo quant stuff. Gemma 4, I've been seeing this. I haven't, I just set up Hermes, and I think look at that. Clips are already being done. I set up Hermes with, I think, GLM 5.1 and Minimax 2.7. So I haven't tried Gemma, but I normally just defer a lot of my models to Nick because he is a master in all things AI. So, but it's worth looking into. I've seen some cool stuff. People using this on iPhones and stuff, which is pretty cool. This is insane. I can't believe OpenAI raised as much money as they did. Was it like 120 billion, 22 billion dollars? And they shut down Sora. And it's crazy to think about Sora when it first came out. I remember looking at this thing. I was actually looking at it with my mentor, and we were like, "Dude, this is crazy! Like, you can like infinitely scroll and like redo videos and make crazy things." And to see it shut down, but apparently, yeah, burning 15 million a day is crazy. And to see the whole thing with, look at that, boom, clips. So I guess we'll jump into the clips now, and we'll kind of back and forth between the longer videos and balance some news and AI with clipping, because why not? Let's just do a new format and let's have some fun with it. All right. So this video is from Alex Finn, and we grabbed this straight from X, and now we have 5 clips. I'm very excited to see what we get. All right. Number 1. Let's see.
Bad news. Anthropic has banned OpenClaw from all its subscriptions. Good news. I've come up with a system that lets you keep using Opus and all the other
This dude also has like, I think 3 Mac Studios.
amazing Claude models while also not spending that much more money. In this video, I'll show you how to set up your OpenClaw so you're still using Claude models to get absolutely unbelievable performance.
Oh, Nick, you're the man.
And you're going to save tons of money too. Before you switch your OpenClaw to any other model, you need to watch this video. Let's get into it. So for those that missed the big news over the weekend, Anthropic is banning OpenClaw from all of the Claude subscriptions. You can no longer purchase the $200 or $20 subscriptions and then connect it to your OpenClaw. You need to pay with the API. The issue with the API is you pay for every single use. So if you're using OpenClaw,
yeah, you spend like $40 saying hi to your agent because that's what Claude does.
OpenClaw a ton, it could cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a day. I use OpenClaw a ton. I pretty much spent my entire life on OpenClaw. And look at this. Yesterday.
All right. So I'm probably extend this clip a little bit just because I want to hear the end of it. But good clip. Let's look, but you guys can see, look at our motion captions.
Bad news.
Look at these. Look how nice these are, right? Red. We still have to dial on some of the logic with the color. Maybe the tracking system, right? So like you can see the yellow stays the same, but like the white turns to red. So we have, we want to add cool presets and styles and syncs to all that stuff. So it's to come, but motion captions are in the platform. We have now industry standard captions with our platform. All right, $2,400 a year for an AI employee that works 24/7. Let's check this one out.
Cheap models to get the task done, and you'll still get the same
results.
Good. Now, is this going to be the same price you're paying before with the Opus subscription? No, it won't. Depending on what you do, it might be a little bit more expensive. But what you want to do is you want to think about it this way. Before you were spending $200 a month or around $2,400 a year for an AI employee, an employee that can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and do pretty much anything you want. $2,400 a year for an employee is the biggest steal of the millennium. People pay $100,000 just to hire employees to work for them. You were spending $2,400.
Side note, I'm just doing this because while he's talking about this, this just hit my thought. Yesterday, right, we're setting up all this stuff with Nick, within, setting up Hermes and all that stuff. And for a while, I was like, Nick, why do I need to have like, I like Claude Cowork, like it's doing the same things, is it not? And he's like, dude, no, it's not. He's like, you use Claude Code, if anything, to do this stuff. I'm like, well, it's still doing what I need to do. It's still activating the browser or whatever. He's like, no, dude, you don't understand. It's a different level. I was like, all right. And then yesterday, I set up Hermes. Like, he's literally like, I'm like, Nick, dude, I'm stuck. What do I do with this? He goes, why don't you just ask it to figure it out? And I was like, it's going to do it? He's like, yeah, just ask it to find the problem and fix it. And I was like, no way. And then I prompt this thing. And literally, I know it's literally like, oh, yeah, this is the issue. Here's what you need to do. And then it's doing the stuff on the back end, too. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, this is crazy. Sorry, side note.
$100. You're getting a really good deal. Even if you spend a little bit more than that, you're still getting an insane deal on your own personal digital employee. Heck, if you're spending under $50,000 a year, you're getting an insane deal. You can't compare these prices and costs to things like Netflix or to things like Xbox
Okay.
Ultimate Game Pass.
There's another clip. Stop paying for expensive AI. Use this system. Let's see what the system is.
If you have a really smart brain, you do not need smart muscles. So I'm going to go through 2 setups for you. I'm going to show you which models you need to be using. Then I'm going to show you how to set this up. If you follow along with me here very, very closely, you'll have an amazing OpenClaw system set up that will not cost you much more than the $200 a month you're spending right now on the Claude subscription. I'll also say this: if you're one of the people that were just like, oh, I'll go and just use ChatGPT for everything, or oh, I'll go and I'll use Kimmy K or Quen for everything, I really think you're making a big mistake. I have used every single model there is on planet Earth with OpenClaw. Nothing comes close to Opus. There is no other model on planet Earth that gives you even 50% of the performance on Opus when it comes to OpenClaw. Listen, I'm not getting paid by Anthropic. I'm loyal to no company. If tomorrow ChatGPT becomes better than Opus for OpenClaw, I will rip out Opus out of everything. I do not care. I am only loyal to whatever model.
Okay, good to know. Let's see. The Undisputed Goat. I think I want to do this one, but I think I'm going to go to the advanced editor and I'm going to extend it a little bit. It's this one, right? Okay, and I think we're going to extend it to here. That's it. That's all you got to do to extend your clips, guys. Click the words that you want in the clip. That's it. That's all I got to say. That's how easy we want to make this to work. Like, that's how easy, like how simple we want this platform to be dialed. And, you know, we have great ways of brainstorming that and integrating that. Great ways of, I don't know why it refreshed and did that, but all good. We have great ways of integrating that and making sure that that happens. And like I said, your guys' feedback is what we look for. So if you are on the platform and you're using it and you have any issues at all, reach out. Please reach out. Or if you have any bugs, I think we have a help thing here. Yeah, right here. Boom. This right here helps Nick tremendously. If you guys have issues and you're like, I don't know how to describe it, use this, right? Nick's thought this through. Few details, the short summary, right? So you have the clip, and then right here, clip attached. So this dials in the feedback even more to where you guys can help us with that. And maybe we'll set up a way where, you know, if you do come across a bug and you submit feedback through this, we can get you guys some credits. So just one of those things there. Real quick, I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna plug it a little bit again. If you're in the X live stream, do a little repost. Let's get some more eyes on this. Remotion is now integrated. I want to show everybody that our platform is shipping things on a daily basis, and we're getting better, and our platform is only getting better from here. So please, 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 if you're watching, it doesn't cost you anything. It just supports us tremendously, gets more eyes on our product, and helps us grow this thing even further. So do a little repost. 5 seconds. That's all it takes. Just press that button. All right. So let's see what the new clip is now.
Bad news. Anthropic has banned OpenClaw from all its subscriptions. Good news. I've come up with a system that lets you keep using Opus and all the other amazing Claude models while also not spending that much more money. In this video, I'll show you how to set up your OpenClaw so you're still using Claude models to get absolutely unbelievable performance, and you're going to save tons of money too. Before you switch your OpenClaw to any other model, you need to watch this video. Let's get into it. So for those that missed the big news over the weekend, Anthropic is banning OpenClaw from all of the Claude subscriptions. You can no longer purchase the $200 or $20 subscriptions and then connect it to your OpenClaw. You need to pay with the API. The issue.
How do you guys feel about that too? Like, genuinely, do you think it's a bad move from Anthropic, or do you think it's just something more companies are going to do? You know, I mean, I don't really know yet. It kind of makes sense because the API usage is kind of, I guess, industry standard right now. So very, very intrigued.
The issue with the API is you pay for every single use. So if you're using OpenClaw a ton, it could cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a day. I use OpenClaw a ton. I pretty much spend my entire life on OpenClaw. And look at this. Yesterday, I was on an 8-hour road trip talking to my OpenClaw nonstop.
That's crazy.
I only spent $10 in tokens. That's because I came up with a system that still allows me to use Opus as the main orchestrator and still save tons of money and not spend a ton on the API. And here's how I was able to pull that off.
Let's see. Maybe I should trim it. I might trim it to 118. Here's a maybe we'll do extend it a little bit. We'll extend here, but you save money because you have cheap models doing the task. Okay. We'll extend it there. I think that's the clip. And it's 2 minutes, I think. Not bad. We'll post it, see what kind of traction we get on it, tag him. Because, we're trying to just showcase builders and showcase the best people talking about this stuff. And just clipping is a huge medium and grabs a lot of attention from all over the place. You can see every company is clipping of some sort, even like podcasters. Like I know you guys saw the TBPN, I think that got acquired by OpenAI. Like if you look, they had a lot of viewers on their live, of course, but they also spammed a ton of clips to get a lot of that traction as well. If you're not making clips, you're kind of invisible. It's kind of just where we're at in the day and age. And these systems, like Clipit, like we have, is going to allow anybody, brand, creator, clipper, you, to scale your content, your brand, your reach on social media. And this tool is being built in a specific way where it's your agent that's going to do that, right? So like one of the things that I'm talking about is even when I was setting up Hermes, like, yes, there's a little bit of pain, but it's worth it. But there's going to be a lot of people that don't want to set up an OpenClaw or a Hermes or whatever agent they want to use to do a lot of these media tasks. Like it can do it, but it's a little pain. You've all the APIs and all that. This has been built, and Nick's built it in a way where this is your agent. You don't have to go to OpenClaw. You don't have to go to Hermes. You can do that if you want, of course, but you don't have to do that. We have an agent within the platform. It has the tool calls just like you would with an OpenClaw or Claude Code, right? It has the tools. It can generate B-roll, thumbnails. It's going to be able to schedule for you. It's still going to clip it, cut it, trim it, add captions, add B-roll. It's going to do all of that. And all you have to do is go to clipit.dev, make an account, get some credits, either reach out, or I think we might have some ways you can get credits another way. The invite system's another way. And you will have your media agent working for you, and you don't have to go through the pain and the hassle. So if you're somebody who's not technical, right, this platform is perfect because it's your Hermes or your OpenClaw for your media, and you don't have to set up all your API keys or have a crazy device to run it on. Like you literally just go to clipit.dev, sign up, and you have an agent. That's how easy this platform is. I want you guys to wrap your mind around that. Is you don't have to build out a whole new system or find APIs or use the best models. Like Nick is dialed in on how can we use the best models, how can we use the best tool calling, how can we make this thing as agentic as possible, or how can we use it just to help you guys scale your brand manually, right? If you want to have a little more hands-on, that's also the ability. You have the ability to do that. So just know, like, that's kind of what people ask. Well, Opus is huge, right? Or this site is huge, or this site already does a lot of this. Where's their agent, right? They have an API key to plug into OpenClaw. Cool. Do you have an OpenClaw already set up? No. Then why does the API help you? You know what I mean? This is built in natively to our site. Just a thought. All right. So let's watch this now.
Bad news. Anthropic has banned OpenClaw from all its subscriptions. Good news. I've come up with a system that lets you keep using Opus and all the other amazing Claude models while also not spending that much more money. In this video, I'll show you how to set up your OpenClaw so you're still using Claude models to get absolutely unbelievable performance, and you're going to save tons of money too. Before you switch OpenClaw to any other model, you need to watch this video.
We're still working on the media player and the timeline.
So for those that missed the big news over the weekend.
But
Anthropic is
it'll be
banning
dialed in.
OpenClaw
But you can
from
see
all
here
of the
we've already made
Claude
a ton of
subscriptions.
progress.
You can
and
no
we're
longer
continuing to
purchase the
ship.
$200 or $20 subscriptions and then connect it to your OpenClaw. You need to pay with the API. The issue with the API is you pay for every single use. So if you're using OpenClaw a ton, it could cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a day. I use OpenClaw a ton. I pretty much spend my entire life on OpenClaw. And look at this. Yesterday, I was on an 8-hour road trip talking to my OpenClaw nonstop. I only spent $10 in tokens.
That is kind of sick.
That's because I came up with a system that still allows me to use Opus as the main orchestrator and still save tons of money and not spend a ton on the API. And here's how I was able to pull that off. This is all you need to know. If you have a good orchestrator, you don't need good
Let's do this while we're waiting for it.
That mean if you use a really good model like Claude Opus 4.6 as the orchestrator, as the conductor to your band, you don't need the best task executors. You don't need to use Claude for every single task execution. You can use really cheap models. And with this system, you still get the same quality output as using Claude for everything, but you save money because you have cheap models doing tasks. It's that brain and muscle system we've talked about in previous videos. If you have a really smart brain, you do not need smart muscles.
Boom. There it is. Whoops. It's Alex at 2 ends. All right. So what I'm doing here now, you guys saw we watched the clip. We saw how that was going. And now what I did is I'm talking to Clipit, which is our AI agent within the platform. And I asked it, I added the clip so it has context of the clip. And I said, here's create a caption for X. Let's tag Alex Finn. This is his handle. So now it's going to create a caption for X. It's probably going to give us 3. And it's going to have Alex Finn as a tag, someone that we can tag. We're just going to copy and paste that and post that directly on our site here. So I think we're just going to do that. We'll go post, and then we'll wait for, look at that. Boom. So option 1. Anthropic just banned OpenClaw for Claude, but I built a fix, use Opus. Okay, here we go. This is perfect. So I'm good. Of course, this thinks we're Alex Finn because it thinks we put in our own content, but we'll grab this. We'll copy it and we'll paste it. Here's a fix. There we go. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to go export, and you can see exported. So one of the things that we were like, dude, there's so many different walls that you're clicking and buttons and pop-ups and all of this stuff that's like, go here. There's your preview. Click the export. Here's the preview again. Click the settings. Export again. And we were like, why? Why is that like that? So you can see here now on the export, literally you just change your aspect ratios here, right? 9:16. So it looks like we have to dial in some of these still so that previews correctly, but these will change the aspect ratios itself. And of course, 16:9 correlates directly. And then you can just export it here, and then everything you see in here will be burned on your clip, on your exported clip. So that's how that's kind of going. We'll also wait for that to download. It looks like we're at 80% now. And then we'll get this clip posted. I'll show you guys what the output is too once it downloads. And then we can go from there and check out some of the other sources that I have that I think we should clip. All right. Here we go. I'm telling you guys, this site's going to change your life in terms of if you're a brand creator or somebody just trying to clip. All right, so we got downloaded. So it looks like we have to manually download. Okay, and then we'll grab that. And I will check out the clip over here. Make sure we're all good.
Bad news. Anthropic.
Okay, so I'm going to share this with you guys real quick. So I'm going to stop screen and then share in window. And here is the actual clip exported onto my device, downloaded.
has banned OpenClaw from all its
So you can see it's the full clip.
Talked about in previous videos. If you have a really smart brain, you do not need smart muscles.
Boom, there's your clip, right? So I can remove that now. And then I'll share the screen and we will post it. All right, so add that back and then fix that layout, and then we'll dial this bad boy in. Boom. So then there's our clip. And then, yeah, look at that.
Anthropic has banned.
So we'll post this now. So let's post that sucker. Let's go to profile. And the one thing I'm going to do is say clipped with Clipit. Whoops. I'll just tag the site. Oops. Clipit.dev. Clipped from Alex Fenn. Yeah, there we go. So we'll apply that. Now the clip is up. Boom, we got a clip. What are we, 30 minutes in? We have a clip. But that was also, we were messing around and talking for a while. So it's probably realistic like 15, 20 minutes. All right, so that's in there. Got our clip there. So yeah, there's some of the things you can do there. If you're also curious, if you're wondering, what can this AI do, Jordan? What will it be able to do? How can I use it? Well, let's just ask it. What tools and how can you use? Can you use and how can you help me? Let's just see what it says. Let's see what it says. Oh, I'm gonna stretch. Sorry. All right. So that's loading. I can show you some of the other, we'll grab some other videos I have in here. All right, here we go. Here we go, y'all. So if you guys are interested, what can Clippy do for me? How is it special? Well, here's what it can do. Great question. Here's everything I can do for you. Clip creation, it can find viral moments, it can create the clips, trim or expand, change the aspect ratio, thumbnails, caption and styling, animations, B-roll generation, creative copywriting, content strategy, timeline, and project management, right? And you can see here's some quick commands you can use. Find the best clips, make a clip, or sorry, make a thumbnail for a clip, trim a clip, make it a TikTok format, style it like Hermosi, plan B-roll for the clip, plan my post, add a watermark, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff this thing can do, and it's built natively directly into our platform. So you don't have to worry about, pretty much, you don't have to worry about anything but finding the best moments or finding the source video or uploading your own content. So let's grab another one. Here's another one. We'll grab this one. Discuss the post future AI work. So let's grab this one too. Go back to the dashboard. If you guys are curious on what we support for links, X, YouTube, Twitch, Pump.fun, Google Drive links. There's a whole bunch of other ones as well. Can't remember all of them on the top of my head, but just try a link if it has a video source. And if it doesn't, and we'll get a log saying it tried to extract it from X, Y, and Z, and then it sends us a log, and then we'll be able to try and add that in, or just reach out and say, hey, I need one for this, and we'll get it dialed in. But let's look at some more of this. XAI launched the Grok 420 with the best in class real-time faculty. Okay, that's cool. Google launches Gemini 3.1 Ultra and native multimodal reasoning in 2 million token context. Okay. Google launched, okay, 2 million context, text, image, video without transcription. Okay. This was designed from training to reason across all modalities simultaneously. Okay. Ships with a new sandbox code extension tool, allowing the model to run in test code mid-conversation. That's cool. Look at that. Look, I can't even jump into news because of how quick it is to extract. Let's go. This one will add in some B-roll. I'll add in B-roll, or we'll test out some of the other features. Let's go 60 seconds. Let's do 60 by 9 this time. And let's do viral hooks, generate captions. There's our cost again, and we'll create those. NVIDIA, okay. Enterprise agentic AI era has arrived. This is cool. Shout out Crescendo. Crosses 97 million installs, cementing itself as foundational agentic infrastructure. Dude, I remember when this NCP first came out, like, I was still an intern learning about this stuff, and it was like a huge deal, and I didn't understand it at first. But now I have a deep, not a deep, I have a better understanding of MCPs and what it can do for you. So, pretty cool. I mean, look at this. We're sick. We got our post up out here. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. All right, look at that. I can't even switch tabs without it being fast. All right. Let's see what kind of close we get now. We did 9:16 this time too, so we can check the aspect ratio, make sure it's all dialed in. Apps will die. Agents will take over everything. Dude, honestly, probably. I think the OpenClaw creator said this similar thing. He's like, why would I need a fitness planning app when my agent will do it for me? All right. Especially with models getting so good, dude. Like, it's insane, these models. At least, like I said, using Hermes, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insane. All right. Clip generated. Let's look at this one.
All knowledge work, right? And we're kind of going that direction already.
The whole agent stack is emerging.
It's already captioned.
Identity, payments, marketing, even CLI versus MCP. Like all of these are really new things. And I think a lot of the old playbook goes away.
Yeah, it's a whole new world. I hope more companies will stay small. And I think the founders of this generation realize that. Like they want to stay as small as possible.
Yeah.
And instead of having like a 10-person product team, you have like a 2 or 3-person product team, and you just have a bunch of agents help you.
Yeah.
This is exactly why we set up our paperclip and our Hermes. Is like we were like, how can we make ourselves even better or make ourselves a bigger team without being bigger? And Nick has been pushing for a whole time. He's like, dude, we got to get paperclip. We got to get paperclip. We got to get the Hermes up. We got to get paperclip. And I haven't done too much with it yet. But man, the stuff that I've been seeing it do for me already, and just looking at the paperclip dashboard and how, I even set it up in Discord so I can chat with it on Discord. Dude, futures is getting wild real quick. And it's interesting because holiday weekend, spending time with family and all, and it's just like people just don't understand the scope of where we're at. They don't. Like the stuff that I'm seeing and experiencing on a day-to-day level, because I'm so deep into this, I think it's normal. I think everybody knows this. And I'm sitting here and I was telling them, I was with some family, and I was like, yeah, I got to set up a local agent when I get home. And one of the like my girlfriend's uncle was like, he's into computers and he knows tech. And he goes, what? I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna set up a local agent when I get home, and it's gonna help us like run our business. And he goes, dude, that's so cool. I was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't think anything of it because I'm like, I'm using agents already, but for a lot of people, it's like, you're telling me an agent could do all that? Yeah, agent could do pretty. And I've even trying to get people onboarded to agents, in a way too. And some people just don't understand the scope of how big it is, how every company is going to need agents for something, and you're going to have special agents, you're going to have do-it-all agents. And we're kind of betting on the media agent and the content creation side of agents and building Clippy to be that. Not Clippy and Clipit to be that. But you can still interact with it just like normal, right? That's another thing too. It's like you can, use it as your agentic infrastructure, or you can use it just as your tool.
Yeah. Someone tweeted that like the job market is so bad that I can only pursue my dreams now, or something like that. So like it's like, you know,
that's good.
Yeah,
it's
so maybe
true.
You lost your job, but like now you can actually do your own thing. Just
Yeah,
go pursue your
100%,
dreams.
and have a shot at actually achieving it. You know?
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like that was the intro of it. Here we go.
Just the code is basically gone. Like it's like abstract away. You're just talking to some agent and getting to do stuff. So
yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be huge. Yeah.
What do you think the future company looks like? Is it just a bunch of agents with a CEO? Is the CEO an agent? I mean, what is the role for people in a company in the future?
Okay, well, I have some hot takes. So we both worked at some companies together, and let me give you a hot take, man. Maybe we cut this out. But like, I feel like as a company gets bigger, it tends to get it tends to become like a shittier place to work, dude.
Yeah.
Like because there's like a lot of people you have to align.
I think that's axiomatic. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember at you know, maybe I should mention this comment, but I remember our company we used to have all these like OKR meetings, and like I remember sitting in a room for like 3 hours talking about OKRs. I'm just like, dude, this is like wasting my life. Yeah. So where I'm going with this is I hope more companies will stay small, and I think the founders of this generation realize that like they want to stay as small as possible.
Yeah.
And instead of having like a 10-person product team, you have like a 2 or 3-person product team, and you just have a bunch of agents help you.
Yeah.
You know, because
yeah, it's coming. It's pretty much reality. What is this?
Bank account. It can update Google Documents for me. It can build little websites for me. But if I was honest with you, dude, like I mostly just talk to it through voice and get voice replies. And like every other day, I asked it to give me like a pep talk. Give me like look through all your memory and like give me some like deep insights that I don't know about.
Okay.
And like it gave me like I remember I was on a walk and it gave me like a 3-minute pep talk that was like really amazing. Really amazing. Like it's something about like
dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, some of the most successful high-end, like successful crazy business people, like people that I know that I've been around, go on a walk, and they'll either go on a walk or they'll sit somewhere and they'll kind of do what he's talking about. They'll do a voice mode, they'll do something, and they'll be like, they'll just talk to the agent, and it brings out a lot of stuff that's like, it just brings out a lot of just stuff you don't even think about. I mean, I do it too. It's like I don't even really type anymore. I have like, like you guys see this thing that pops up here from I think called Monologue. I use that because it's like a text to speech thing. I know like there's systems that have that in Claude and all the other sites have a voice mode. Like I just press Option, hold that down, and I'll speak, and then it just talks back. But it's, dude, like keyboards are probably, I mean, hot take, but keyboards might just disappear for a lot of these people because it should be strictly voice interface. Like, when we get to the point where like you have a device, like Elon talks about this, he's like, well, the future, I kind of see the future of phones being you have a device that's just built for like agents, like it's a hardware, like it'd be like an iPhone, right? But all this will do, like maybe it doesn't have a camera, maybe it does, and it's like you can show your agent stuff, like you have a device, and then you open your app, the one app on your phone, which is your agent sandbox or something, and you're like, hey, do this for me, or contact this person, send this email, call this person, whatever it is, and then that agent, right, is then gonna do it for you. It's like at that point you just need a screen. It doesn't even, it's going to be crazy. And that's why I think Apple might win this thing, just because, they have crazy hardware. And I mean, going back to the Mac Minis, people use the Mac Minis because just the infrastructure for it is so good, and it can house a lot of these models in a great way. And it has the system and the infrastructure built up so that, you can do it. You can stack 4 minis together and have a supercomputer, or you can, have it send you an iMessage or whatever. It's like, dude, Apple, if they do this thing right, and it's like, dude, we're the hardware, we're the hardware where people buy our phones and all they use it for is agent stuff, right? And they've seen all that stuff now with like the Gemma models that came out, Gemma 4, I think it's called, and being local, people could just have it on their iPhones. Like, dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to the point where it's just like, when can we get this? I want to use it. But let's look at some more of these clips before we wrap up here. So it looks like some of these titles and hooks are still a little off. So that's something to look into. Let's see.
Flow state, right? It's hard to get a flow. Like Clockwork, dude. I tweeted the other day. Like Clockwork is almost like a slot machine. It's like it has different things each time. And it's just like,
oh, 100%,
it's
dude.
like a slot machine.
Look, I do think that if you think, remember we were talking about in the old social networking era, it was variable scheduled rewards, right? That was the whole magic of it. Like you open your Facebook feed and, once in a while it's like boring. Oh my God, this is so exciting. And the coding agents have the exact same property. Also, the time is variable. So sometimes you get something in a second, sometimes it takes 5 minutes. So up to a certain point, I actually think that both of those things give it that casino-like feeling.
Yeah. And the other thing that's very different about the product strategy, or maybe it's just the way it works, is like coding is kind of like self-explanatory. And Clockwork, you have all this crazy shit. You have like hooks and like skills and like, you have to
plugins.
Like if you're not following if you're not following X, you have no idea how to customize this thing.
That's
but
true.
Once you customize it, you kind of feel like it's part of you. So it's kind of hard to churn.
It's interesting with so I've customized mine because
so let's look at some more of these. I want to look at this one because I think we can re-edit this to be better. Is that the end of it? I'm gonna ask Clippy. A16Z coding. There it is. I need a clip where they talk about the future of companies being, excuse the spelling, future companies being 2 to 3 people, and then I want another where they talk about future of apps. Looks like we were supposed to have some, but they didn't fully capture the idea. Can you, whoops. And yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll move to the next step. All right, so let's do this because it looks like that is a bug that I've been seeing where sometimes the title and the hook is different than the actual clip. So we just got to dial that in. But now that I know what's in here, I can have Clippy. Whoa, that was fast. It already spun up 10 coordinators. Oh, it's already spun up 12. Look at that. So I found 4. Dude, that was insanely fast. This is what we're talking about, going back to the agentic infrastructure of this thing. Creative Thinker, look at this. You can see all these coordinators, and then you can see the transcript master, and then you can see the Creative Thinker working now, right? 13 steps, and now it's making those clips. The agentic infrastructure of this is so untapped. Like, we have so much more potential to go with this thing. It's like one of Nick's biggest things. He's like, dude, once we get this in here, it's going to be insane. And one of the things he wants to build out, that's going to be really fun. And, I'm excited to see how it works and how it goes, because once that agentic infrastructure is like dialed, dude, the future of this is crazy. Look at it. It's already created the clips for me. Look at that. Dude, okay, so they're in here somewhere. Here, there's another one. That might be it. We'll see. It's still going. It's created 2 new ones, so let's see what the 2 are called. Dude, I forgot water, and it's just like I'm dying out here, but it's all good. So while that's loading, let's look at some of this other stuff. Australian software giant announced laying off. Oh, and enterprise sales expected recurring cost of company September replaced its chief technology officer, appointing 2 new AI-focused CTOs in this place. That's insane. Simultaneously replaced the CTO, appointing 2 AI-focused CTOs in its place. So this CTO was probably absolutely insane. He probably was, high. He probably knew what he was doing, could write code like crazy. He probably wasn't adopting AI like he should have been. And I bet these 2 young hotshots came in that kind of had a good understanding of AI and how to use these coding tools. Were like, they're probably making less than the dude too. And yeah, look at that. It's not AI replaces people. AI fundamentally changed the mix of skills the company needs, making this pivot unavoidable. Yeah, so he probably was like an insane, CTO, and probably was a great dev, but I bet you he wasn't adopting the AI and skills. That's the only thing that makes sense. Is like he wasn't adopting all of these tools fast enough or in the right way. And they're like, dude, these 2 dudes over here who have adopted all of this are insane. And we should just use 2 of them instead of CTO, which is crazy. I mean, crazy, but it's also like, if you're not using these tools, okay, so it looks like we got, okay, they're here now. So we have this one and we have this one. It found 4, but it made 2. It's crazy to think about that, though. Like, because he says it's not that it replaces people. AI has fundamentally changed the mix of skills. So maybe he was just like a supervisor. Maybe he was just like a supervisor to it all. I don't know, but it's worth looking into. Okay, let's look at this one.
For AI work in terms of employee experience. And I think it's what you're describing, right? Like, how do you increase the NPS of work?
Yeah.
So if we like go all the way back, or even broadly the NPS of the human experience, right? Like, think of the NPS of the day-to-day human in 10,000 BC when it's like, just don't get eaten by the lion.
Yeah.
And that's like a good day, right? Or, maybe 100 years ago, it's like, okay, don't get killed at the factory. Crushed by the steam press or whatever else. And now a lot of it is like, just don't get sucked into some high emotion, sort of negotiation with another VP's subordinate.
Yeah, like a 50 message Slack thread going back and forth.
Yeah, which exactly. And then eventually everyone's like, I don't want to tell the CEO. And eventually it goes there and it's just terrible. So maybe the future of this is that a lot of that emotional subjective work gets handled.
Yeah.
And we're sort of guiding the process, but not in the middle of it in a way that just doesn't suit us as humans.
Yeah, like, I lead a double life as a PM creator, and like, I feel like all the PMs actually just want to create products. They just want to create products. And
well, that's why we all got into it. It's so interesting. I mean, Nikhil talks about it all the time, but like every PM's sort of view of the ideal PM is the innovator, like I came up with the new thing and it's like, I sort of like had the big insight and it unlocked the product.
Yeah.
What is this one? Designers should learn how to vibe code.
I hate writing Google Docs, dude. Like, that's my entire life.
Yeah. I think we all do.
So like, but the other day I was writing my blog post, and instead of just like typing it out, I was like, hey, let me just use Claude Code and like, let me give you a bunch of feedback, and you write it for me.
Yeah.
You just keep upping the. It did the first 80%. The last 20%, I still had to manually like go in there, like tweak stuff.
Yeah.
But like that's the way I work now. I never start from zero. Like I always get the first 80% from AI. Right.
It's true.
Yeah, it's interesting. If you look at there are also like historical analogs of this. I think Satya said this, which is that Excel is the most powerful or most popular programming language in the world.
Yeah.
And that it's sort of a programming language that millions and millions, 100 million plus people must know, maybe even more. And yet we don't think of it that way. It's a way to sort of describe and solve problems.
Yeah.
And I think coding agents are going to be that, of course, times 1,000.
Yeah.
Where even things that feel subjective, like writing Google Docs, can be.
Yeah. I mean, so we still need to download some of the logic of the clipping here. But like we have a bunch of clips here.
Keep all knowledge work, right? And
right.
Can update Google Doc, can build little websites for me. But if I was honest with you, dude, like I mostly just talk to it through voice and get voice replies.
Yeah, this is a good clip.
And like every other day, I asked it to give me like a pep talk, or like give me like look through all your memory and like give me some like deep insights that I don't know about.
Okay.
And like it gave me like I remember I was on a walk and it gave me
What
like
is this one? I love.
I think default memory system is actually not that great.
Okay.
Like the way I understand it works is like just like a memory.md text file.
Yes.
And then every
per
day
day.
per day,
Yes.
right? And
Yep.
every day it updates. And it tends to forget things a lot.
Yeah.
So I actually installed this like 3-layer memory system that, to be honest, I don't fully understand, but it has
Sounds
like
fancy.
it has like Toby's QMD search tool.
Okay.
So I installed that, and then I installed like a 2 GB thing, and then it got a little bit better.
Okay.
But I set to remind it, like I have to put it into the agents.md, like, hey, like before you answer any question from me, like go through all your memory and like check everything.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we need to down some of the logic behind some of the clips, but
Controversy.
Sure.
You know, you'd said that apps will die, Claw's going to be everything and
good one, though.
everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
talk us through that point of view.
Yeah, well, first of all, I tweet all kinds of random crap that's like not super well thought out.
We take it all as fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I do think like ever since I set up all these apps like Mercury, MCP, and all this kind of crap on my OpenClaw, like I don't actually open those apps much anymore, you know. But I do agree with you. Like I think the ones that are gonna die first, or like maybe get less usage first, is like apps that you're just opening to try to complete a task. Like
Right.
you actually are trying to do something, you know. Like apps that you're opening to like get entertainment can probably survive a little bit longer. But like apps that I'm opening to complete a task, like it's just way easier to text my agent to do it for me.
Yeah.
It's like you have a really good admin just to do
That's a
stuff
good
for you.
tweak. That's
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
take.
And so how much are you finding? Has this like reduced your smartphone usage outside of modulo OpenClaw?
Yeah. No, because like I'm like a Twitter addict, so I still use my phone way too much. But yeah, in terms of using those apps, it's definitely reduced it. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, because you're not going to ask Zoe like, "Hey, read my X for me and tell me what's interesting."
I mean,
Dude, that's he already said there. He said apps, like most of these apps that you open up to just get a task done will die, but entertainment will survive longer. It goes back to the whole thing of like media, right? Media is a huge wave, and AI is only increasing it in terms of like making it better, making it easier, making it, you know, more, you can make it get a bigger reach. Whereas going back to like a lot of these task apps, Google Docs, Slot, whatever it may be, agents can now go into those things and complete the task for you. So like I don't have to go into Google Docs and have it write a report for me. I just see a report generated in my app or in Claude or whatever I'm using. And it's right. The only thing it's kind of safe right now is media, right? And it's like AI is making it only easier to create media, create clips, create content, all of that. Then people want to watch, you know, humans do stuff. They want to see them have a conversation. They want to see them make something cool. They want to see them build something great. They want to, you know, watch something entertaining. And like AI can help amplify that. But there's also really good AI generated content, right? But I do kind of agree with him there. It's like, what are all these apps that are built to help you complete a task that you really don't have to open them anymore? But yeah, it's kind of crazy. So if you guys are just tuning in and you've just stumbled across us, or you're just tuning into the stream on X, YouTube, Pump.fun, whatever it may be, you guys are curious kind of what we did. I'll give you guys a little summary. So we had this video from, I bookmarked it. We grabbed this video from Alex Finn talking about Anthropic and banning OpenClaw subscriptions, so OpenClaw Claude subscriptions. And we grabbed this video straight from X, and we put it directly into our platform, and we were able to get this high quality clip. So I'll show you guys that here, and we already posted it. And Clipit gave us the actual social copy here. So it gave us the caption, and you know, all we had to do was tweak what we wanted in the clip.
Bad news. Anthropic has banned OpenClaw.
Oops, sorry guys.
Bans OpenClaw from all its subscriptions. Good news.
So this is one of the outputs we got, and then we grabbed another one.
Other amazing Claude models.
We grabbed another one straight from an A16Z podcast, and that was some of the clips you guys are tuning in. You were seeing there, and yeah, just know that if you're just coming across us or you've used the site in the past, we used to use an old FMPEG captions, and they were, you know, it's pretty much, it's old, it's outdated, and we just integrated Remotion, which is high quality industry standard for captions and animations, and that's been directly in our platform. You can see them working here, the animations right here. And yeah, that's what we were kind of working on today. That's been integrated into the site, and anyone can use it to get better captions. Aspect ratios are fixed, and we have a nice little kind of calendar / chart that we're working towards to iron stuff out and add in new features and smooth things out and kind of refresh the platform and make it the best possible media product on the internet. And that's what we believe in. So we're gonna do. We have an agentic editor, an agentic system within the platform where you guys may know about OpenClaw or Hermes or whatever agent system you use, and it can complete tasks for you. And a lot of these sites like like Opus or whatever other clipping site you may see talks about having an agentic structure. Like here's an API key that you can grab and paste it into your OpenClaw. One of the things we're doing different is there's gonna be a lot of people that don't want to set up an OpenClaw, or they can't set up an OpenClaw because they can't buy the hardware. So they kind of lose that ability to have an agentic editor, or agentic content partner, or whatever it may be, content strategist. And one of the things that we've built into our platform, you guys can see here, which I will hide my face so you can see here, but we have an agentic window within our platform. This is Clippy. This is your AI agent. And I'll show you guys, kind of open up some of these chats here so you can kind of see. I asked it, maybe is this one? Or is it this one? So I have it in here. Maybe it's this one. Let me refresh this and see if I can pull up the chat that was there. So we talked about, maybe it was in this one. It was in the other one. Okay. Well, I'll have to ask Nick about the chats, but we asked it what it could do for us. I guess I could just do that now. All right, so I'll just ask you here so you guys can see it live. But I asked it here, what can you do and how can you help me? We have an agentic window within our platform that has tool calls. It understands your content, understands your transcript, understands anything, all of the tools and the features within the platform. And it's built out as an agentic way to where you can use it to help improve your clips. You can have it, manually do your clips, automatically do the clips for you. You can have it eventually be able to schedule things. So one of the things that we're counting on is like, yeah, people are talking about, well, this site has the same stuff and you can just plug in my API key. Some people can't do that, right? And we built out an agentic system where you won't need to do that. You can just come to our site, just go to clipit.dev, be able to, extract a video, upload a video, edit it like you're seeing here. You can add in your captions, whatever video you want. And you can see here, now you have Clippy, where it's your content creation assistant. I turn raw video into polished platform ready clips. Here's everything I can do. So we've built this thing with a whole bunch of tools and a whole bunch of different things you can use within the platform to help give you the best possible clips, or just coach you on things. So some of the high level, surface level stuff we'll talk about is, right, so we have clip creation editing. You can find moments, create clips, trim and extend, change aspect ratios, thumbnails, B-roll, right, captions, there's B-roll, content strategy, and transcription analysis. You can see here, it can suggest stuff for you. This is all the different things that our agent within the platform can do for you. So you don't need to grab an API key and drop it to your OpenClaw or your Hermes or whatever you need. You can just come to our site, clipit.dev, upload your video, extract your video, get your clips, then ask Clippy to help improve those clips or add in assets or have it help you with your clips. And that's one of the really cool things with our platform that we're going to continue to build out and make sure it is the best possible agent for this platform and for just media creation in general. So if you guys are tuning in, that's just want to give you guys that little high level stuff. I go live every day Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And most of this stuff is just educational. I'll give you guys updates. I can, if you guys have questions, come to the chat, reach out, as well as showing you guys how to use this platform, how to get the best out of it, what it can do. And if we have any new features that get rolled out, those will also be shown as well. So I went into a little bit of the remotion that we have in here, showed you guys what Clipit can do. But yeah, that's kind of our platform. And we're in a free beta right now. We're in the Pump.fun Hackathon. And we're allowing anybody to come to the site and get some credits. We're credit usage based. So you guys can see here, we have clip credits that essentially every action in the platform is tied to some sort of clip, some sort of inference balance. So you can see here, we have these different inputs, outputs that cost you clipped. And that is how you are able to use the platform and get your outputs. So yeah, if you need those credits, reach out. We'd love to give you guys them. But that is our platform, and this is what we're doing. This is what we're building, and we are going to build the best possible content creation platform on the internet, and we truly believe that. And we have a great kind of foundation and baseline now to work off of, and there's so much more to come. And I'm excited for you guys to see more to come and kind of be along with us on the ride. And I'm excited for it. But yeah, that's kind of it. If you guys, just reach out. If you're a content creator, if you're a brand, if you're just a clipper, or you're just a normal person that is trying to get some content done or trying to start a channel or whatever, reach out. We'd love to help you guys. We can talk you guys through how we can probably go about that, how you guys can get started. Love for you guys to use our site. But yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm Jordan, the co-founder and CEO of Clipit. And, we're building out this site to be the best possible platform on the internet for content creation. And I'm I feel very strongly about this platform and our product and our team. And I don't see how anyone's going to beat us, honestly. So just stay tuned, y'all, because a lot to come. And we have a great product and a great baseline and a great team that's going to execute on a daily basis. And I appreciate you guys. If you guys have been on the platform and used it, I think we have 200 some users now. Let me get this up here. Yeah, so about 280 different creators on our platform. If you guys, have had problems with it or whatever, you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, or you're just like you forgot about the platform and now you want to try it again. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. We're building this out for you guys as a community and you guys as clippers and you guys as creators or brands or whatever you're doing. So yeah, but with that being said, if you have any questions at all, reach out to me personally. I would love to help you guys, or we could jump on a call, whatever you need. But with that being said, y'all, I will catch you all tomorrow with some good old fun updates, and we'll get clipping again, go into some more. If any news drops, we'll go into some news because I'm really enjoying streaming with you guys and trying to build out a cool little community around all of this. But yeah, with that being said, y'all, it's another great day of building in public, and I'm so excited for the future of this platform. And I can't wait to get my Hermes and paperclip dashboard dialed in so that I can become Tony Stark. But yeah, so with that being said, y'all, I will catch y'all tomorrow. Go to clipit.dev, sign up with an email or a wallet. Let's get you some credits. Let's get you clipping on the platform, whether you're a brand creator or just someone that needs the clip. But that being said, y'all, I will see y'all tomorrow. And yeah, that's it for me, y'all. Peace.